we heard from the left, anytime anybody would say, any of us would say, wow, it feels like really seems like we're being stifled and suppressed. And the left would say, that's your nuts. You're just a conspiracy theorist. That's all you are. You're making this up. And then here you have the files, and they're published on Twitter, and proof is provided. Here's the documentation, and now the left is saying, no, it's a nothing burger. This is just, this is so old. No one cares. It's a nothing burger. This is the same deflection that they had with the Hunter Biden laptop story. Oh, no. Now it's a nothing burger. It's what Karine Jean-Pierre said the other day. Oh, no. It's a nothing burger. You don't need it. It's a nothing burger. You don't need to know. Now it's the same thing with this story. And Glenn Greenwald says they did the same thing with the NSA story, spying on Americans. It's true. I'm seeing all of these, all these people on the left. No. And also cable news. No, this big reveal is nothing. This wasn't a huge secret. Wait a minute. I thought you guys said this was a conspiracy theory and that words were violence and that we were all making this up. And now here it is. It's been proven. The big free speech issue of our time. I mentioned earlier, all of this began even before the Tea Party with the Don't Go movement. If you're unfamiliar with that is, quick 20-second thing, it was a fight over energy in the House when Nancy Pelosi had the lights turned off and the C-SPAN cameras turned off, and a bunch of Republicans were staying in there over the summer break because they were hell-bent on negotiating with Democrats to lower energy costs for Americans all across the country. And Nancy Pelosi didn't want to do it. She wanted to go home. So the hashtag Don't Go movement was created to encourage Republicans to stay. She ended up having Capitol Police come and escort them out of the Capitol. It was all on video. So that's how that started. That predated the Tea Party, which kicked off. And one of the things that a lot of stories were written at the time that the conservatives were really, really good at organizing on social media. When we kicked off Tea Party 2.0, we started doing it on social media. It's how I started meeting people in different states. And then we all got on the phone and we were planning the very first rallies. And so, but a lot of it was kicked off in social media. And the left did not realize until it was too late, they were being outmaneuvered. And this isn't the first time. Like, we used to outmaneuver them when it came to ballot harvesting, when it came to registering people to vote. I mean, Republicans used to be so damn good at that. What happened? The Republican parties, it's a numbers game more so than it's a persuasion game anymore, which is kind of lame, but it is what it is. You can't change anything until you change the people. And nobody wants to change the people because that's too much damn work. And other people get promoted to positions of power adjacency by not doing it that way. So there's an incentive to do it as a numbers game than as a persuasion game. It's the truth. And so when the left realized they couldn't beat the right or the independence of the libertarians on social media, that's when they decided, well, let's start manipulating the algorithm and suppressing who comes up and who doesn't. And that's when this all started. I really started noticing it before the 2012 election. Really started to see a pickup in after that. And then it was already well in full swing before 2016 even arrived. And the only difference between pre-2016 and now is they got more blatant about it. They didn't care if you saw. They just didn't care. And you know what? They don't care about explaining it either. Crazy. Even Elton John's is fallen for this. I'm kind of sad. He says, it's sad to me to see misinformation being used to divide a world. I'm not using Twitter given the recent change in policy, which will allow misinformation to flourish unchecked. I mean, this isn't about you. This is misinformation. You can't just sit here and classify and be a narrow-minded bigot. Every single opinion that's different from yours is misinformation. But that's what the left wants to do. And now they can't do it anymore.